Despite having tired legs and having to play in high altitude, the Mavericks were able to put up a valiant effort as they defeated the Nuggets 116-115 in a thriller. The Mavs almost blew this game late, but they were able to survive at Ball Arena. Tim Hardaway Jr. led the Mavs with a season-high 29 points on 7 of 12 shooting, including 6 of 8 from deep. He also played some tough defense, and his 3 steals reflected that. Ever since being inserted as a starter, Hardaway Jr. has completely turned his season around, and perhaps the Mavs as well. Over his last 5 games, he's averaging 24.4 points while shooting 51.9% from the field and 54.5% from deep. To add even more context to what we're witnessing from Tim Hardaway Jr. recently, he became just the 10th player in NBA history to hit 5 or more threes in 5 consecutive games. Luka Doncic, who leads the league in scoring, finished with just 22 points on 5 of 17 shooting and didn't score in the fourth quarter. However, he recorded a triple-double with 10 rebounds and 12 assists. It was the 52nd triple-double of Doncic's career. It was also the 6th for him this year so far, which leads the NBA. Christian Wood and Spencer Dinwiddie were the other 2 Mavericks to score in double figures with 14 and 13 points respectively. Wood was incredibly efficient in his 27 minutes of action as he shot 6 of 7 from the field and also tallied 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block while being a team best +9 on the night. And Finney Smith had 19 points and the go-ahead three-pointer late with 17.3 seconds left in the game. So on a night where Luka Doncic had an off night in terms of his scoring production, it was the Mavs supporting cast that picked up the slack. This marked the first time the Mavs have won a game this season when Luka Doncic doesn't score at least 30 points. What's going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. Before we continue on with this one, if you could kindly drop a like on the video, it does help the algorithm a ton. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new for more NBA content just like this. I'm dropping NBA content almost every single day, so if you can hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're trying to hit 28K on this channel. That would be greatly appreciated. And let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see more Mavs content. So don't look now, but the Mavericks have now won 4 of their last 5 games with big wins over 2 of the best teams in the Western Conference in the Phoenix Suns, which was an absolute beatdown, and then the Denver Nuggets. And these were games that were played back to back. The Mavs are only one of 4 teams in the league right now that rank in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating. The other 3 are the Cleveland Cavaliers, Phoenix Suns, and New Orleans Pelicans. I did a video on the Pelicans the other day. But the thing that is most amazing about the Mavericks that nobody seems to be realizing is the fact that the Mavs in 18 games this season versus 500 teams or better are 11-7. And this is the most wins versus 500 teams or better than any other team in the league. Yes, even more than the 20-win Boston Celtics. You see, where the Mavericks have struggled, it's been against teams that are below 500, and it's been on the road. So the fact that they just came off an impressive road victory says a lot. But when it comes to the Mavericks playing against good, stiff competition, the Mavericks are showing up. Whenever this Mavs team gets one other player to be good, for example, Tim Hardaway Jr. steps up and has himself a night, the Mavericks are a dangerous team. Now, Dallas will take on the Bucks this Friday. And when the Mavericks take on the Bucks at American Airlines Center, the circumstances will be much different than they were 10 days ago. The Mavs entered Milwaukee on November 27th on the second night of a back-to-back, having lost 3 straight games. This time, they'll enter the rematch having 3 days of rest while riding a 3-game winning streak. Given the overall circumstances, it was a very satisfying win for Dallas against the Nuggets. And the team is starting to gel as we near the 25 game mark of the NBA season. The Mavs are 13-11 and currently occupy the 7th spot in the Western Conference standings after being 11th a little more than a week ago. And let's not forget, it seemed like the sky was falling in Dallas when the Mavericks lost that game against the Pistons in OT. But now, Dallas, they are starting to turn it around. And they're just 3 games back of first place. And get this, they just destroyed the first place team, which is the Phoenix Suns. So if you think this Mavericks team is doomed, I don't know what to tell you. And I've been seeing a lot of people say lately that the Mavericks have been failing Luka Doncic and this Mavericks team is going to implode and the Mavericks need to get Luka Doncic some help. Let's not forget, the Mavericks made it to the Western Conference Finals a year ago. Now, I know they lost Jalen Brunson, but we know how lethal this Mavs team can be when they do get production from other guys not named Luka Doncic. And I think the difference maker is going to be a Tim Hardaway Jr. This guy's a gamer. He's a big time player. I can see him continue to get better. If he continues to play at this high level, that just makes the Mavs that much more dynamic. And then you start adding in other contributions from a Finney Smith, a Spencer Dinwiddie. That is the key to this Mavs success. If they can just sustain consistency from those role players, from that supporting cast, and Luka Doncic does what Luka Doncic does best and take over games, this Mavericks team can beat anybody in the league. This Mavericks team can beat anybody in the Western Conference. And I truly believe Mark Cuban knows what he's doing. This man is a genius. He's not just going to simply waste away Luka Doncic. He made it work with Dirk Nowitzki to win a championship. What makes you think he's not going to make it work with arguably the best player in the NBA right now in Luka Doncic? Give him some time, and I do believe as we get closer to the trade deadline, we could see this Mavericks team get aggressive and maybe make a move or two to just bolster this roster. But as it stands right now, I think this current version of the Mavs are a lot better than what a lot of people think. And I think just given the circumstances, this team needs some time to get things rolling. And we're starting to see this Mavericks team hit their stride, gain some momentum, feel good about themselves. And you can tell the continuity and the feelings are high right now with Dallas as they're coming off some nice wins. So we'll see if they can continue this momentum. We'll see how this Mavs team fares on Friday. That's going to be a true measuring stick game of this current Mavs team. But I just think the Mavs have been getting a lot of slack recently. And we just got to remember that this team is a good team, and this team is a team that is coming off of a Western Conference Finals appearance. So it's time to put some respect back on their name, and Luka Doncic and this Mavs team, in my opinion, are going to be okay. So let me know what your reaction has been to this Mavs team. Let me know what your reaction has been to this nice little winning streak that they're on. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts, and we'll see if the Mavs can keep it rolling on Friday night when they take on the Milwaukee Bucks. That is it for me, everyone. As always, thank you so much for watching. This is Luca Rosano signing off, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.